Namaste, myself Amar Sanchi, and in this video I and my friends have pulled our weight to untangle the lesson Tiger in the Zoo written by Mr. George Leslie Norris.
Namaste, myself Sharan. Without further ado, let's jump in the poem. The Tiger in the Zoo, which is composed by Leslie Norris. George Leslie Norris, 21st May 1921 to 6th April 2006, was a prize-winning Welsh poet and short story writer. He taught at academic institutions in Britain and United States, including Brigham Young University. Norris is considered one of the most important Welsh writers of the post-war period, and his literary publications have won many prizes. He has accomplished many works in literature. The Girl from Cardigan 1988, Norris Art 1988, The Collected Poems 1996, Collected Stories of Leslie Norris 1996, Holy Places 1998, A Tiger in the Zoo 1938. Now, I like my friend Aish to continue.
Namaste, myself Aish. As my friend Sharan said about author Norris, he was a very well known for his literary works in Europe. His literary works had fetched him various awards such as the AML Award for Poetry in 1996 and the Welsh Art Council Senior Fiction Award, the Catherine Mansfield Memorial Award, etc. Now, after learning about Mr. Norris, let's move into the poem. First of all, let's learn about tiger, our national animal. A tiger is a wild animal which looks like a big cat. Tiger is the biggest flesh-eating animal in its cat family. It has a strong body. It is found in different parts of Asia, mainly India, Bhutan, China, Siberia, Malaysia, etc. It is the national animal of India as well as Bangladesh. In ancient times, king used to hunt tigers in the jungle and keep its skin to display the prosperity of their places. Few lines on tiger. Tiger mainly live alone and they prefer dense forest and dens to make their habitat. While hunting, the back strips on the body will help the tiger to hide itself from its prey. Each and every tiger is unique in this world. No two tigers will have same kind of stripes on their body. Tigers are the best swimmer and they are able to hunt while swimming. While hunting their prey, tigers can run at a maximum speed of 65 km per hour. There are 5 subspecies of tiger, in which the Siberian tiger is the largest one in size. 3 species of tiger have become extinct, namely Caspian, Bali and Javan. Approximately 4,000 tigers are left in this world. Out of only 2,066 are left in India. Excessive hunting of the tigers, mainly for the bone and skin, has reduced their population. In order to save them from extinction, tigers are kept in the zoo, though they do not feel comfortable there.
Greeting myself, I am Dhyan. Now I will be continuing with where my friend Aisha stopped. I will be telling about the theme of the poem. Firstly, what is the theme? A theme is a central idea that the poet want to trying to convince. The poem written by the Leslie Norris explaining the helplessness of that caged tiger that lives in a zoo. The poet explaining what his life has been a free animal. The poet trying to explaining about the condition of the animal that are caged by the human beings for their own fun. The poet through this poem want to convince the animal should be in their natural habitat. No one like to trap it and cage it. We all want to be free. So why the animal should be trapped difficultly? After all, they are also living beings.
I am Balasubramanya, so let's start the first para. He stalks in his vivid stripes, the few steps of his cage, on the pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet reach. In this stanza, the poet had portrayed a tiger in a zoo. The confinement of a cramped space of its cage had restricted the tiger's steps. He was only able to cover a few steps as the zoo didn't provide him with a much space. His velvety cushioned paws made no noise as he walked in anger, although the tiger was in terrific rage as he had been kept away from his natural habitat. but he didn't roar as he would have done in the forest. The zoo had controlled the tiger's natural display of emotions. He was angry but quiet. Let's jump into the second para. He should be lurking in the shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. In this stanza, the poet compared the life of a tiger in the zoo with his life in the forest. The poet said that the tiger in the forest would be hiding under the shadow of some thick, dense tree, behind the long grass, near a water stream. He would have been waiting for a fat deer or any other animal to come, and he would attack and kill it. Now, let's start the third para. He should be slarning around the houses with the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. In this stanza, the poet described the terror of a tiger in his natural habitat. The tiger would be moving around the houses of the villages, which located at the edge of the jungle. He would be scaring the villagers with his big white teeth and his sharp claws. He would make deep, low growling in order to terrorize people around him.
Hey, it's me Amar Sanchi again. Now, starting with the fourth para, poet says that but he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind the bars, stacking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. In this stanza, poet brought his thoughts back to the present status of tiger's life, that is in the zoo. Here, tiger was locked in a concrete cage. He was locked behind the walls of the cage. He wasn't able to scare or kill people. Rather, he was made an object of display for them. However, the tiger refused to be an object of entertainment and didn't pay any heed to the visitors who came to see him in the zoo. The tiger moved about the length of the cage in the silence. Starting with the fifth stanza, poet says that he hears the last watch at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. In this stanza, poet states that tiger was unable to sleep in peace as he could hear the sound of last patrolling cars of the zoo authorities. The sound of those cars showed the chaos of the city life. It is just opposite to the silence of forest. The tiger stared at the stars in the sky or night. The sky represents the freedom. After completing with the explanation of poem, now let us start with the literary devices. First of all, what are literary devices? Literary devices are also called as poetic devices, which allow a writer to convey a deeper meaning that goes beyond words on the page. There are many types of devices used. Personification is used when the tiger is addressed as he. It is treated as a human. Oxymoron is used when the word quiet rage is taken up. Quiet and rage are both contradictory words with different and opposite meanings, which are used as conjunction. Metaphor is used when the spots of the tiger is compared to velvet. The rhyme scheme of poem is A, B, C, B. A repetition is used with quiet and brilliant.
Coming to the conclusion is the poem is about the tiger. Is very beautiful and he is walking in a little kiss. He's having the very beautiful stripes on his skin and has a velvet like the soft palm. But he's not happy and he's little angry in the cage. The poet saying about the tiger is made trying to hide the behind the long grass, but there is a not able to do so.
Now it's time to conclude the video. I want to thank Shiringappa sir for providing us this wonderful opportunity to learn through this fun, exciting and wonderful way. Thank you, sir.